Good evening, I'm Brian Reagan. This is
Tyler Kelly.
and we welcome you to our Twilight Talks. Tonight we're looking at, quote, the bad guy Esau. And we're in Genesis 28, verses 6 through 9. Tyler?
Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take himself a wife from there, and that as he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, "You shall not take a wife from the daughters of Canaan," and that Jacob had obeyed his father and his mother and had gone to Padan Aram. And also Esau saw that the daughters of Canaan did not please his father Isaac. So Esau went to Ishmael and took Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abram's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife, in addition to the wives he had.
All right. So, Esau. What's wrong with Esau in this one? He said, well, he went and married the wrong women. Yeah, okay. But what's the real problem? Esau and Jacob were always fighting for approval. They were always trying to find a way to make their parents pleased with them. Isaac doesn't want Jacob to take a wife from the place where they live. So he says, go back to where our people come from, get a wife from there. Esau said, oh, okay, well, maybe that'll make my dad happy. And maybe he'll hook me up with, oh, okay, I can't take Canaanite, I can't. Well, I'll go to my cousins. And we aren't going to get into that whole discussion, But you know what he never asks? He never goes to his dad and says, Dad, what should I do for a wife? What should I do for a wife? He doesn't go to his dad and say, Dad, I know I've got this thing with Jacob. I know he's got my birthright. I know he's got the blessing. In your wisdom, though, because you have the promise of God, what can I do to not hurt myself more in the future? He doesn't do that. He cogitates in his mind and comes up with a solution that makes things worse. Worse for himself, worse for his dad, worse for his mom, and puts even more strain on the relationship. Sometimes the best thing that you or I, either one, can do is to get out of our head and to go to the people that actually have the right of authority in our lives and say, help me see a better way. Help me see a better way. Isaac has lived a fairly blessed life overall. Esau could learn from his dad. He doesn't. He could have. But the only thing he did was he kept adding grief to himself and grief to his parents. You have some other thoughts on this one?
No, sir.
One other very quick thing on this. Be careful where you get your wife from. The guy that says, I found my wife in XYZ place. And it was great for the first 6 months, and then after that, it went off the rails. That was my first wife. And you say, how many wives you had? 4, 5, 6. Well, where'd you find all those? Oh, they were friends of my first wife, or friends of hers. And they all used to hang out together, and I just, kept. At what point do you not figure out you picking the wrong women from the wrong place? You say, well, what would your advice be to them, brother? Stay single for the rest of your life. Commit to abstinence. Quit making it worse. Because obviously, that person ain't got enough sense to make it better, so at least quit making it worse. Be careful where you choose your spouse from. Boys, just because she's pretty on the outside, don't mean she's pretty on the inside. And vice versa. And young ladies, please don't take your spouse selection from people like Iggy Azalea or Ariana Grande or others like that. Just don't. Just don't. It doesn't work for them either. if you have bothered to pay attention to any of that junk on social media, those people's lives are chaos too. They all pick bad. So don't listen to their music and follow it. And definitely don't follow reality TV shows, because those are fake and they're dysfunctional. So, boys and girls, get better thought process. With that, I'm Brian Reagan. This is
Tyler Kelly.
You sure you don't have anything you want to add?
Yes, sir.
All right, invite them too.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And Lord willing, when will we see him again, Tyler?
Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, and then tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Lake Butler Church of Christ in Lake Butler, Florida for our Wednesday night Bible class.
All right, till then, have a good evening.